gave diners a place to leave their clothes and inhibitions at the door. And its opening in November of 2017 was hailed as evidence of the rising popularity. Is that what they call it? Naturism?
Okay.
That's the term, naturism?
When you're born, you're not wearing any clothes. When you die, you're not wearing any clothes, you know. Clothes, you know, are a distraction. Anyways, welcome in. It is Monday the 14th. 14th, am I right on that? Oh, what? I don't even know what the light's green. Yeah, sometimes when I'm like doing a show, or especially when it's like, at that point, like, it's kind of like desperation, but it's really not desperation. I mean, sometimes we take it on, we make things out to be something that they're not. I mean, the premise, the reason for doing this is just to make things light. I mean, most of my stuff, if you look back on it, I mean, especially when we went out and we tried to like top off what we were doing in the morning, we sort of did it like a show. I mean, I come on here in the morning, we talk about some things that are, getting people's interest. And what I noticed is, I mean, me personally, they're not really interesting anymore. Like, wow. I don't know what is going on. It's like huge, gigantic. I think what's going on, I think the waters, are all coming up. I mean, because I noticed, like, like where the water goes, like the water hole, I noticed, like, I see a lot of frozen stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's not even that cold. I'm not the smartest, or I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. And I really stay out of all this. See, these are things that we should be concerned about all over. Not just in one particular area. Where you get a nice area where everybody's like living together. It's nice. Everybody kind of stays out of everybody's way. They all have enough. They have plenty. They left the nest and everything like that. They found their passion or their purpose in life, all that kind of stuff. They got their feet up by the fire. Nice cocoa. Maybe it's, I don't know, December 20th or something. Oh, no, wait. That's wrong. They're sitting down with their iced tea, their iced tea, or their power waters, their power drinks, or I don't know, energy this, energy that, I don't even know, or some kind of enlightenment kind of drink, like, the beautiful, nice, temperature, that is comfortable of their liking, like, the piano there and all that kind of stuff. I kind of like the cocoa thing, even though, where I'm picturing this house, I'm picturing it like, tropical, or, the rich and the fancy, like not Richard Leach, whatever that guy's name was, the guy with the lifestyles of the rich and famous. I don't think it was, Robin, like Robin Leach, the lifestyles of the rich and famous. That's where everybody goes. That's where, they just end up somewhere, that's where my uncle, I was talking to my uncle a few days ago, and my mom said, Jerry's in Florida. I'm like, whoa, I just like, just go down. I'm saying to myself, what can you possibly do? Just paradise. All right, so you put on, your Don Johnson shirt or Jimmy Buffett, and your tourist sandals or this or that. He's not like that. He's more. He's probably Italian fancy stuff and everything. I don't want to be talking about him anyway because I'd get killed. So I want to go back to the cocoa and all that kind of stuff. Say it's December 20th, and again, the piano, the Persian rugs and everything like that, the art, the architect, think about, like, I do know, I'm really related to this guy. He's driving around in the morning doing a show, and he tops it off sometimes, with some kind of closer. And I'm thinking about him. Maybe, hey, is anybody going to eat that chunky candy bar? Maybe let's send it down to him, just to know that that we think about him and the things he does down there. Yes.
We brought this up earlier because Lindsey Graham, early last week, had come out and said the president must stand firm. Then Friday, he said...
Okay, so the thing here is, who is looking responsible? All right, so, again, I did the opener, I talked about the family and all this kind of stuff, and, they have a way of, knowing you and stuff like that. Like, I remember when you were, 8, and you scraped your knee and everything like that, or you didn't get a bike, or you didn't get a bike, or, I don't know, you had a fight with your sister, and it pulled your hair, or something like that, or you were in a camp. All right. You know what I'm getting at. So who's at fault here? So the media's got all this thing. Oh, you have all these workers. They're not getting everything. They're not getting their paycheck and everything like that. Air traffic control. Look at all. They bring up all this stuff. They bring up all this crisis. Yes, it's a crisis, but the border's not. Border is not a crisis. All right, that's all I'm saying. I have no dog in this fight and anything like that. It's entirely up to the people. You got to say to yourself, well, what is worse here? Partial shutdown, or doing something about what a lot of people believe are a crisis? You don't take my word. Don't take my word. Don't take the media's word. Take the media's word. For 2 years. What is the reason? What is the reason why they won't even they won't say anything nice about him at all? At all. He's bad, right? I said here this morning. I said, well, what would have been so different if it was Hillary? What? All right, so we wouldn't have had Trump. What would the media be talking about? What would the media? If she wasn't doing it right or something, or things were happening. What things do you have to do to make it better? To get all these things that you want, that you need, that you yell about, that you cry about, that you bitch about every single day. That they all do this. You're sitting there with your hot cocoa, and your piano, and your Persian rugs, and all this kind of stuff. There's a person down here, that sees it all. What am I supposed to do with all this stuff? The stuff that I seen doing this kind of stuff, because no one gave me an opportunity, no one gave me a break, so I went out and did it on my own. Then I asked somebody, I said, you got any topics? They don't even get back to you. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about men and women? Talk about the relationships there? Want to talk, what? What do you want to talk about? I'm asking. What do you want to talk about?